I have a message for our MAGA friends. You are not allowed to be surprised. Oh my gosh, you're in the finding out phase? Well, guess what? You know why you got to the finding out phase? Because you fucked around. Here's the deal. I'm starting to see people in MAGA world and outside of the normal political stuff on social media too, realizing that, oh my God, these peanut farmers and soybean farmers in Alabama and in Georgia, the product that they sold to feed starving children that went through USAID, that the government's not buying it anymore, that's on y'all. Donald Trump did that. Get your little fucking sticker like you did on every gas tank in America and every gas pump in America and put it on your forehead. Trump did that to you. For all of you who think, oh, well, I trust Lord Elon the Mighty with my Social Security data, when these fucking weirdo kids, several of whom are involved in hacker collectives, start leaking your personally identifiable information, because nothing that gets copied off a server ever only gets one copy, y'all. When that starts rolling up and you get defrauded, that's on you. You're not allowed to be surprised anymore. When Donald Trump says and does things that cost you, when you find out suddenly that your community isn't going to get that road or that bridge because they hate the infrastructure bill, that's on you. You're not allowed to be surprised anymore. When you find out that you're not going to get your disability or your Medicare or your Medicaid or your Social Security at the same level you thought, that's on you. You're not allowed to be surprised anymore because y'all did it. You went and fucked around and now you are finding out. When you find out that your kid, who you thought was never going to have to go to war, gets sent to Gaza to die for Donald Trump's real estate empire, you're not allowed to be surprised anymore. That's on you. You did that. You made that world. When you find out that the economy is going to go in the shitter because China decided, well, we got a strong economy too, so we're going to put the tariffs back on you. And as some MAGA folks are starting to discover, the order that they place from Temu or Wish.com or wherever the hell, oh, wait, there's a tariff in there that you have to pay? Well, the Chinese aren't paying that tariff? Well, there is a shocker. When you're an exporter of timber or corn or hogs, sending food to China, or sending materials to China, and they have a tariff for your product and suddenly you're no longer economically competitive, that's on you. You did that. You voted for the guy who promised you he would do that. You're not allowed to be surprised. When you find out that the university in your community or in your state suddenly has lost its status, suddenly has lost all its research grants for things that you like, you're not allowed to be surprised. When you find out in a couple of years that the research that was being done through NIH to cure cancer or Alzheimer's or any number of diseases just disappeared, just up and left, just is gone, because Elon Musk has a hard-on against NIH and the weirdo anti-vaxxers hate NIH, you're not allowed to be surprised anymore. When the things that Trump told you he would do hurt you, and yes, MAGA, you are the ones who will get the hurt the most. I promise you. Rich people don't give a shit. Okay? People, when they cut taxes on Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and David Sachs and God knows who else, but they tax your kids' student loan aid, but they raise your taxes, but they keep the ban on the state and local tax deductions for high-priced real estate. That's on you. You chose this. Don't forget, you chose this future. You chose this world. You're not allowed to be surprised when the guy who says, I'm going to hurt you, hurts you. When the guy who says, I'm going to beat you, beats you. You're not allowed to be surprised anymore. You're not allowed to be surprised that the things that are going to happen and the consequences that are going to follow, You want to fire 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% of the federal workforce? You are allowed to want to do that. But you're not allowed to be surprised when the nation's economy takes a giant dump on your fantasy that you're going to purge those evil federal workers who are making so much money. Average is like $60,000 a year, by the way. So don't go thinking that federal workers get into the business to get rich. They don't. When you cancel those grants to schools, that's what the Department of Education mostly does. It's not some secret hypnotic mind control ray for teaching communism and trans rights to children. It's about funding state education systems. When that goes away, guess where that money's going to go? It's not going to go to your pocket or to your state or anywhere else. It's going to go to Elon and the rest of these guys getting a $4 trillion tax cut under this plan while your taxes go up. When your kids can't read and write, when they can't get into a college, much less receive student financial aid any longer, that's on you. When they ask you, Mommy, Daddy, why can't I go to college? I'm smart. I want to achieve something. And by the way, that's not the only path to achievement. It is for a lot of people. When they tell you that, when they say, "Oh God, why can't I get ahead? Why can't I get something better in my life? Why can't I do something more in my life?" That's on you. You chose this. You're not allowed to be surprised. I know a lot of you think, I'm a real free market guy. I believe in pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. You know what? We gave up the free market a long fucking time ago because lobbyists funded our campaigns. That's a Republican confession, okay? We sold ourselves to the highest bidders. And right now, you guys have sold yourself cheap to the highest bidders. You're not in a free market anymore. You're in a techno-feudalist serfdom. You're going to get fucked economically by Donald Trump and Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and the rest of these guys because they truly believe that everyone in America who's not like them is easily replaceable by AI in the next 2 to 4 years. They really believe that the serf class is ready for a monarchy, that they are the barons and the dukes of this great monarchy to come. And Trump is the puppet king for the moment. You're not allowed to be surprised, though, when you lose your freedoms and your liberties and your rights and your hopes and your economic future. You're not allowed to be surprised, by the way, Second Amendment guys. You're not allowed to be, and I am one, you're not allowed to be surprised when Trump says, well, we can't have those dirty peasants having their own firearms anymore. That's a risk to the majesty and power of the government. You're not allowed to be surprised when they start saying from Facebook and Twitter and every other social media platform out there, yeah, we have to give those to the government every day. We have to give your DMs, your private messages to the government every day because you're too much of a risk. You're not allowed to be surprised when the things they projected on the Democratic Party, autocracy, control, authoritarianism, the government using force majeure to make your life suck, are brought on to you. You're not allowed to be surprised by that. You voted for it. You wanted it. It's coming. So don't go on social media and bitch and moan, oh, my friend lost his job. He was a good forest stranger. Fuck you, way it goes. You guys voted for this. This is what you asked for. So you are never, ever allowed to act surprised and shocked and hurt again.